Hey, this is Carrie Ann with Let's Be Realty Girl, and I am your local go-to realtor here in Northeast Florida. So there's a couple of things that you really need to know before you go out and start looking for a home. And those four things are: get organized, get pre-approved, no big life changes, and make sure you have a great realtor. So we're gonna dive into all that in just a second. In case you don't know me, I am Carrie Ann, a lifestyle blogger and realtor here in Northeast Florida, and I love everything that has to do with home, everything. So you can follow me for community highlights, business spotlights, real estate tips and tricks, and everything that makes your home special and your own. Okay, so now we got that down. Let's get into these four items. Okay, so the first one is get organized. And I don't mean get your kitchen drawer organized or get your living room straightened up. What I mean by getting organized is getting everything that you're going to need, everything the lender is going to ask you for at your fingertips. There is nothing more stressful than somebody asking you for something and you just can't put your fingers on it. I know you've been there. We've all been there. So get organized. What are you going to need? So what are you going to need is you're going to need several months worth of your bank statements. If you've got more than one bank, you're going to need all of those things: checking account and savings account. So get several months worth of those. I would say 4, 5, even 6. Get all those together. If you're old school like me, they're probably going to be in paper form, but most likely yours are going to be digital. So just have those downloaded and already in a file on your computer. You're also going to need things like loan statements. So if you are making payments on a car, you're going to need that. If you have student loans, you're going to need that. Sometimes that takes a little longer to get your hands on sometimes. So go ahead and do the work ahead of time. If you've got revolving credit card debt, which most of us do, they're going to want to see those statements as well. Last several, they're going to see that you're whittling things down, not increasing. So make sure you have all of that. They're going to want to see anything that is an asset. So what is an asset? An asset is going to be, let's say you own your car. So that's an asset. They're going to want to see that. They're going to see 401 account, savings account, IRAs, anything like that could be considered collateral. They want to see all of that stuff. So have all of those things together. Have them in a secure spot, and when they ask for them, you're just spitting that stuff out like this. It's going to be no big deal. Just get it together, and that way you don't have to worry about anything. There's no pressure, and there's so much less stress on you. So number 1, get organized. Number 2, get pre-approved. It's going to sort of sound like we just did a flip-flop or reverse, but we didn't. So you get organized, then you go get pre-approved. So the lender's going to ask you for all that stuff that you just got organized. It's all in a great spot. You know, everything is. The lender's going to ask you for all of it. You're going to send that over to them, and that is going to get the process started. But there is a short version and a long version. So the getting pre-approved part is going to be really simple. It's like 15 minutes. And they're going to ask you, do you have a job? And you're going to say yes. You're going to say, how much money do you make? And you're going to tell them the truth because they're going to look at the documents. They're going to ask you, how much money do you owe? Just a roundabout number. And again, you've already got all that information, so you know. So you're going to give that to them. And they're going to ask you for your social security number because they're going to do a credit check on you and make sure your credit score is not like 400 or something. So they're going to do that. And that's going to give you the pre-approval letter. So that pre-approval letter is going to give you a green light from the lender that you are, based on the information you provided, ready to buy a house for X amount of dollars. So another thing that I want to say within this pre-approval is to find a lender that you really like to work with. So this person is going to be drilling down. They're going to be all in your business. So make sure it's somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody that you're okay with asking questions to, that you don't mind divulging information, who you feel comfortable talking to about things that may arise during this whole process. So make sure that you found somebody that you really like. You know, get recommendations from your family, from friends. If you've already got a realtor, they should be able to provide you with a list of people who they've had good experiences with, so you can talk to those people. Just keep in mind that this is a long-term relationship with this lender, and you just want to feel good. The days of having to work with someone who is really stuffy and makes you feel like you going to the principal's office are over. So you don't need to do that. Find somebody who you feel really comfortable working with. It's going to make this experience a lot easier, and I don't want to say fun, but it shouldn't be painful. So make sure you find a lender that you really like working with. Okay, so 1 was getting organized. Number 2 is getting pre-approved. Number 3 is no big life changes. Okay, so what does that mean? So basically what that means, if you are a firefighter on the day you got pre-approved, don't be a cake baker at the end of this process. So you want to stick with your job. Even if you had something in the works, churning away in the background, you need to put that thing on hold if at all possible, like slow those tracks down, because during this whole process, stability is the key. You want to make sure you look stable to the lender. So with that said, if you are a nurse and you work at hospital A and you're going to be a nurse at hospital B, talk to your lender, but usually that is considered a lateral move. It's not a big life change because you're doing the same exact thing, just in a different location. But talk to your lender. Every lender is a little bit different about these different things. So what else is in that? Don't buy a car. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy jet skis. Don't go to Europe. Don't buy an engagement ring. Don't go out and buy all new furniture for your soon-to-be house. Don't do any of those things. All of those things are going to change your debt to income ratio. So all that information that you gave to your lender in step 2, they've got all that information. Now in this step 3, don't do anything big. At the end of the process, like right before you've got something called a clear to close, they're going to pull your credit again. And if you owed $500 on a credit card at the very beginning in step 2, and now at the very end of that loan process, you went out and bought $10,000 worth of furniture, guess what? That has now changed everything because your debt to income ratio has changed. So that means what you make versus what you owe, and you've just changed that. And there's a formula for this, and if you suddenly fall outside of that formula, it's done, it's over. There's no going back, like that, it's done. So don't do any of those things. Usually a closing is like 30 or 45 days. Whatever it is, it can wait. If your car breaks down, rent a car, borrow your mom's car, use an Uber, whatever. Don't go buy a car. That's all I'm saying. Just don't do that. So number 1 was get organized. Number 2 was get pre-approved. Number 3 is don't make any big life changes. And I just gave you a whole list of what those look like, okay? So number 4 is hire a good realtor. Hire a good realtor. Hi, I'm a good realtor. So hire somebody. And just like we talked about for your lender, find a realtor you really want to work with. Find somebody that you like. Get recommendations from friends, from family. If you don't have friends, don't have any family, then look it up on social media. Find somebody that you want. You can tell just by kind of following them if this is somebody that you could hang out with, and that's what it needs to be. It is a professional relationship, but it also needs to be somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody who you know is going to have your back all the time, somebody's going to lead you in the right direction, is not going to tell you stuff that is not beneficial for you. Not all of us are the same, so make sure you find somebody who you trust to help you on this journey. This is a big purchase, probably the biggest one you're ever going to make. So have somebody there with you that is going to be on your team, on your side from A to Z, and hopefully hopefully you like this person so much that you're actually keeping up this relationship even after you got your house keys. That's the way it should work. So make sure you've got a good realtor. Okay, so we've got now get organized, get pre-approved, no big life changes, hire a great realtor. I'm going to say it again. Hi, I'm the great realtor. So make sure you've got those 4 things covered. And if you've got those 4 things, this should be a pretty seamless process. This is a big decision. This is a big purchase. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel like you're in the driver's seat, that you know what's going on. that you already know the answer or have the information before it's even asked. That is the best way to go about this. So you just need to have a good team of people around you. So that's that. So I hope this has been helpful, and knowing what you need to have in order to buy your first home or before you get started home shopping, that this has been helpful information. If you would like a free checklist for home buyers, please drop the information below, drop me a line, and I will send that out to you. That's just going to give you a checklist, a little more detailed than we just went through, but a checklist of everything that you're going to need before you start on your home search. So again, this is Carrie Ann with Let's Be Realty Girl. If you have any questions, anything that I didn't cover here, call me or text me at 904-601-2216. I really appreciate you joining me today, and I'll see you around town.